following exercises, solve each inequality and write the solution in interval notation. Okie dokie. All right, so let's start with the first one. The absolute value of x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. Now remember, if you guys are having trouble with your greater than or less than signs, just know that the alligator always chomps on the bigger number. Here's the alligator's teeth. So since the alligator's mouth is pointing towards this one, this is greater than 8. And greater than or equal to, the line on the bottom means equal to. So the absolute value of x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, so generally, if this was an equal sign, if this was equals 8, we've done tons of problems in which we just go straight into breaking up the equation. But we have to do it a little bit differently for inequalities because we want to make sure that we get the right answer every single time. So we know by doing tons of problems that absolute values will always give you the right answer, not the right answer, the positive answer, right? That's what absolute values do. They output a positive, but remember, there's always a secret negative hanging out there. So we just have to put that into our equality. And we always put it on the opposite side of the other inequality. So there's an inequality on the right-hand side of this absolute value. So I need to put an inequality on the left side. And the rule of thumb is that whatever this symbol is, you need to copy it exactly. That's how we will get the problem 100% correct every single time. And now I will put the negative 8. And there are your two equations. Negative 8 is greater than or equal to the absolute value of x minus 4. And then the absolute value of x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. Now, once you separate into your two equations, you don't have to write the absolute value anymore, just like we did when it was an equal sign. So technically, I can say negative 8 is greater than or equal to x minus 4. I don't need to put these in there anymore. And then I'll do the same for the other one. X minus 4 has to be greater than or equal to 8. And now we have our two equations in which we're going to solve for x. For the top one, I'm going to plus 4 on both sides. And I get x equals, or actually, no. Actually, let me pull this down over here. Okay, there we go. And so that I have room on the bottom. Okay, so negative 8 plus 4 is a negative 4 is greater than or equal to 8. So I like to say it in terms of x. So it looks like x has to be less than, because the alligator is chomping on the bigger number. So x is less than or equal to 4. That's the first one. Okay? And now, let's solve for the second inequality. Plus 4 on both sides, plus 4. We have x is greater than or equal to 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay, so now we just have to put our two answers into interval notation. So for the first one, we know that x has to be less than or equal to, less than or equal to negative 4. And we know that x needs to be greater than or equal to 12. So let's work with the first one first. If x is any number less than negative 4, I could keep on going lesser than a negative 4, all the way until negative infinity, right? I just have to be less than negative 4. So I could be all the way to negative infinity, and then I will stop at being negative 4. Now, with infinities, it's just a theoretical concept, so you will exclude it, you will put a parenthesis. But since I'm including the negative 4, because it's greater than or equal to, I have to put a bracket. So that's the first one. Now we do the same type of idea over here. X just has to be greater than or equal to 12. So the starting is 12, and I have to include it, so that's a bracket, and I just have to be greater than 12. I could be a million, a billion, a trillion. I could be infinity, but it's just a concept, so it is a parenthesis. And now you just put them together. Usually you start with the negatives first, so I will say negative infinity in parentheses, comma, -4, bracket. U stands for union. You're including both of them. And then bracket 12, comma, infinity. And then parenthesis. And that is your first answer in interval notation. Pretty cool. Okay, let's do the next one. We have the absolute value of 3x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 13. We have everything that's in the absolute value on the one-hand side, so I'm ready to get my two formulas. And remember, we have an inequality on the right, so we need to have an inequality on the left. Same exact sign. I don't swap it up. And then I'll put -13. And there are your two equations. So here we go. -13 is greater than or equal to 3x minus 5. Once you separate the two equations, you don't have to write the absolute value anymore. And then 3x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 13. Okay, so let's do the top one first. Let's solve for x. Looks like I'm going to plus 5 on both sides. Get that out of the way. -13 plus 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 8. So -8 is greater than or equal to 3x. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. We get -8 over 3 has to be greater than or equal to x. And if we put it in terms of x, we will say that x is less than or equal to -8 over 3. Okay, so keep in mind, x in this state can be any number less than a -8 over 3. Now let's see what the second one says. Solving for x, I will plus 5 plus 5. 3x is greater than or equal to 13 plus 5, which is 18. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X can be any number greater than or equal to 6. Okay, so any x number that is less than this, the -8 over 3, or greater than 6. So let's write out that interval notation. Let's start off with the less numbers, right? X just has to be less than -8 over 3, less than or equal to. How less? Nobody said. So technically I could start at -infinity. So -infinity, comma, -8 over 3. And since it's equal to, right, I have to put that in brackets. Union, because I'm going to include this answer now. This is saying that x can be any number, just has to be greater than or equal to 6. How greater? Didn't say. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 billion, 10 trillion, infinity. So I will start at 6, and I put a bracket because I have to include it, and then I go all the way to infinity, not negative infinity, infinity, and that's a parenthesis because that's just in theory. So that's the answer to the second one. Okay. Last but not least, the absolute value of 3x minus 5 has to be greater than or equal to -13. Red flags are already going off because will an absolute value produce out a negative? No, right? An absolute value will always give a positive answer. So, is this true? Will the absolute value be greater than or equal to negative 13? Well, it definitely won't be equal to, because an absolute value will always start at a, 0 or a positive number. So it's definitely going to be greater than. That's a check. 100%. 100% correct. Do I care what number is in here? Absolutely not. Because I know 110%. I am so certain that it's going to be greater than a negative number. They could have put a -1. They could have put a -2 or a -3. They could have been any negative number. This would have always been 100% correct. So for what x values is this correct? All x values work. So what's the fancy way of saying all x values work? All real numbers. So, interval notation, I can start from negative infinity. I have to put a parenthesis because I'm not including it, all the way to positive infinity. No exclusion, all real numbers. Sometimes they put this weird R. That means all real numbers as well. So either one, that's fine. Interval notation is usually going to be this though, but that's up to your teacher or professor. All right? So hopefully this helped, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to help us out, tell your friends, spread the word. Let your classmates know that, the service exists, and we just want to help you guys with your math class because we love math. So we want you guys to love it as well. All right? So happy studying. Keep working hard. I'll see you guys all in the next question. Have an awesome